The best piece of advice that I've been given is just try to take it all in because this doesn't happen all the time. My name is Cord Jefferson, and I wrote and directed American fiction, and I am nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay and Best Picture. I'm a writer at heart, and I'll always be a writer. That was my first love, and so Best Adapted Screenplay is important to me. But Best Picture, I think, acknowledges the sort of contributions of everybody, and sort of filmmaking is a collaborative effort. You can't do. I don't believe in like the auteur thing. Like it is the work of hundreds and hundreds of people, and so to me, Best Picture is, I would say, sort of like a great honor for me and hopefully everybody else who worked on the film. I would want every single person who's in the theater who worked on the movie to come up there with me. I wish every single person, down to every single PA and every single van driver on set, I wish we could get them an Oscar ticket so that they could come because you can't do it without them. And so I want it to seem like those stage is going to collapse because there's too many people. That would be my dream. My father. No, my dad lives in Saudi Arabia for half the year, and so he was actually at work. He was sort of like in a meeting, and so I called him, and he was very very excited. Yeah, I always compliment people's clothes. People are really dressed really fancy at these events, and sort of like they obviously people have put in a lot of time and effort into how they look. So I always feel like it's better than like the weather. I always figure you look cool. That's everybody likes to hear that they look cool. Chris Bowers, the sort of like composer, he and I actually talked about maybe liking to work with one another eventually. I really appreciate his work and respect what he's done. Yes, I think that I love writing for television. The thing is that I had this like gigantic professional failure in 2020, in which I was really confident that I was going to get a TV show on the air, and then at the last minute they pulled the plug on it. That was sort of like one in a years long series of TV failures. When I found this book, I was like, well, they're never going to let me make a TV show, so maybe I should try to make a movie. And I was able to make this movie, and so I would love to write for TV. It's like I heart TV, but does TV heart me? I don't know if TV hearts me back, and so we'll see if they let me make a TV show. I would love to, and I loved Station 11. Absolutely, I would be glad to go back to the world of Station 11 if there's an interesting story to be told there, and I think there probably is. The best piece of advice that I've been given is just try to take it all in because this doesn't happen all the time. This is not. There's so many movies that come out and people work really really hard on stuff that just doesn't get looked at. Remain sort of excited about it and remain enthusiastic and just try to soak it in. And then also sort of the thing that I was just doing naturally, but people have always said is just try to meet your heroes, to sort of like talk, like use this time to talk to directors whose work you love and actors whose work you love and writers whose work you love and just sort of find maybe collaborators for future projects. And so that to me has been the really, really nice thing is just meeting people whose work I've loved since I was a child. It keeps the stamina up just because it can be exhausting, but anytime that I'm sort of like meeting artistic hero of mine like Paul Schrader or something, like it's like it makes it all worthwhile.